So let me just preface it this way, like we live in a very privileged situation, and basically anything that I say in this video is because I am in a place where I have choice in how I raise my kid. Let's just get that out of the way first and foremost. Today, I'm gonna be talking to you about the things that in the first 3 months of being a mom, I've actually used so that when you get all these crazy registries from your friends with 80 burp cloths on them, you can be like, no, honey, you don't need it. Without further ado, baby must-haves for minimalists. This list only has 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16 items on it. This is the only warmer that I have on my list, and I was against it, but now I have 2 of them. I did some research and apparently it's really nice for babies to have warm formula to drink. It's better for their digestion. So if we've ever thought that he had like extra gas or any sort of upset stomach, that kind of has gone away with constantly warm formula, even in the middle of a Georgia summer. We have one in our living room where we keep all of his bottles and things like that. But we also have one in his bedroom for middle of the night feedings. We like get formula ready and water ready and have it in the formula while I'm changing his diaper. We put a bottle in the warmer. It's a health and science thing, right? If the doctors say that warm milk is better for the baby, I'm gonna do warm milk. I really like mine because it's very simple to use. You put the dial to how many ounces and press the circle. When it's done, it's full solid circle. I now am an Amazon associate, apparently. So I am gonna put a link in the description, so if you see anything on this video that you like and that you wanna get for somebody you know that's having a baby, or that you wanna get for yourself because you're having a baby, congrats. All money earned from affiliate links goes to Emmett's college fund. You know, send a baby to school, because Lord knows I don't know how I'm going to. Another in the feeding category is burp cloths. I got a registry from a friend the other day that has no burp cloths on it. Yes, of course you can just use rags, and sometimes we do, and sometimes we just use muslins and we use whatever is at hand. But a pack of burp cloths on the Amazon, I really love these. I'm putting a link for these also in the description. They're really common, a lot of my friends have them, but they're very soft. They're not too big, they're not too small. They come in a variety of colors, and I need one per room. I kind of just put one wherever like I put the baby on a regular basis, so I have one at hand. And I think I only need I think the pack comes with like 12 or something like that. Another registry I got in the email inbox the other day had 80 burp cloths on the registry. You don't need that many. You're doing laundry often enough that you can absolutely get by with let's say a conservative number is 20. I've never reached the bottom of the barrel with my 12, but I would recommend that they are necessary. We use them instead of bibs. So we tuck our little burp cloth underneath his chin while he's eating, and then when he's done eating, we wipe his mouth with it and then throw it over our shoulders and then have him burp on it. So it's like a 3-in-1 scenario. A Doc and or a Boppy. We have both because we were given both. We were given 3 Boppies and a Doc, and you're not supposed to let him sleep in them. He definitely naps in them. But essentially why this is on my list is that you need a place to put the baby that's not the crib, and the pediatricians freak out if you say you put them on the couch sometimes. So if you don't want to put your baby just on the floor or in whatever swing or bouncer or whatever you get, it's really nice when they're really little because you can put them on the couch in the Doc while they're napping, and you're sitting right there and you're folding laundry or eating your one meal of the day. We really like the Boppy now that he's a little older because we use it as kind of like a recliner so that he can start building core muscles, but we also use it for tummy time, which he hates. But it's nice to help him kind of get up and see that if he uses his arms, he'll start to sit up. Maybe we'll get to crawling soon, I don't know. So they're versatile. The Boppy is really versatile, but the Doc was a major necessity those first 6 weeks. The next thing on the list is muslins and or swaddles. We have some of the Velcro sleep sacks, absolutely, but my husband became a master swaddler. We don't have any with the zips. We just have the couple of sleep sacks, but most of the time when he was little, we just swaddled him in regular old muslins. What I like about a muslin is that you can use it for swaddles, you can use it as a little blanket. I have one in the diaper bag, I use it at the pediatrician, I use it in his car seat. I use it as a changing pad when I'm out in the world. So they're super versatile. I also had a registry without any muslins on it. People are just registering for the zip up sleep sacks. And I'm that's fine. But I found that Emmett got his arms out of him all the time. The muslins, we were able to really like tie him down, tie him real good. We were given a gajillion of them. Let me be clear, I bought all of like 4 things for my baby. I bought his crib, secondhand. I bought his changing table, and I bought like 2 secondhand outfits from like a consignment sale. I bought all the baskets his clothes and stuff were in. That's it. Everything else we got secondhand or was given to us. So like, just put a couple muslins on your registry. It's gonna be great. Onesies, I know. Baby clothes are really freaking cute. I know that. Like even little boy ones are like so cute. And I put some on my registry. Absolutely I did. However, for the whole like first month of my baby's life, he didn't wear any clothes because it was June in Atlanta. Once we started to have diapers on for more than 10 minutes at a time, we did start putting onesies on him. But like we didn't have like special cutesy outfits with like 800 buttons. We have like 1, maybe 2 like cute outfits for any sort of special occasions while he's in that sort of like age range size, which has been plenty. And someone gave them to us. I didn't go out and buy fancy clothes. He doesn't have anything with his name embroidered on it because like who am I gonna pass that on to? Who am I gonna pass that down to? Who am I gonna sell that to? Am I gonna use that for another baby that I have? No. So I kind of try to think like long haul on that kind of stuff. All of his clothes came from his cousin Sabrina, who really liked dinosaurs. Shout out to Missy. Boxes and boxes of clothes. And what I did is I just took all the stuff out of there that was like ultra floral, and all the onesies that he's ever worn have come from there. You don't need a gajillion onesies. You don't need a gajillion like knotted sleepers. You're not gonna get that knot out in the middle of the night when you gotta change his diaper. You don't need a bunch of clothes. You don't. Get a pack of onesies in a couple different sizes for your registry. Maybe 1 or 2 cute outfits for like 0 to 3, 3 to 6, and 6 to 9. Fine. But these baby registries with like denim jackets and like all of these embroidered softy things, I'm like, they're very cute, but you don't need them and you're not gonna have them get worn. I'm not running into that like common meme problem of like, oh no, we never even got to wear this before he grew out of this size. No, of course not. He's got more clothes than I do, but he's still made it through all of them. A playmat. Okay, we do have the bougie love every playmat, because it was on my registry and someone got it for us because they had it and they were like, this is incredible, you will love it. I love it because it comes with an instruction manual so that you know what to do with your baby at each like phase of their lives and like what part of the playmat will help them like develop mentally and physically at that time. I do really love that. And it's super versatile. It grows with the baby and it like can turn into a little tent when they're like a toddler. The cat was also a huge fan before the baby was born. Now we also have one of those like puzzle piece like foamy mats underneath our Love Every Playmat. I don't really love ours. It's not particularly foamy. I just like thought the pattern was cute. Should have known. Just because it was cute doesn't mean it was gonna like work really well. It's basically like the best babysitter. Like people talk about how TV is a good babysitter. For a little tiny one, he's having a freaking blast on this Love Every Playmat. And sometimes I'll like hang additional stuff from it. He has a great time trying to grab for it, looking at it. Highly recommend some sort of playmat. Ingenuity makes like another one that's available at Target that's also really cute. It's like basically the same thing. Check it out. Okay, a bouncer or a swing. Apparently babies are either, they like one or the other. My baby has both and likes both. He does like the bouncer way more than the swing. The swing we got from my sister-in-law. What's up, Missy? And the bouncer my mom got us because she was like, you loved bouncers when you were a kid. Have a bouncer. They're great. Yet again, as soon as you start sitting up, it's a great place to just like place the baby at my desk so that I can get some work done and he can like play on his little abacus thing. And it moves around the house. The bouncer is really great because it folds really flat. I'll link to that too. It's a little bit of an expensive one, but I really like it. And the fact that it can turn into like a different chair when he's a toddler is excellent. And it also really likes being in the bouncer when we're like having a bunch of people over so that he feels like he's a part of the conversation, because if we're just holding him or he's like sitting or laying down somewhere else, he gets absolutely furious. He wants to sit at the table with us. He wants to talk. He wants to gossip. It's a great way to get your baby active in the people in your life. Okay, moving into like baby care stuff, like bath and like health and safety stuff. This is obviously to your own level of comfort. But we have a pretty healthy baby. He's pretty, easy to care for. Here are the things that I would highly recommend for pretty much anybody. Hooded towels, which I know sounds like a specialty. Like, why can't you just use a regular towel? You 100% can. The hooded towels my pediatrician really likes because they keep their head warm, and since they lose so much heat from the top of their head when they're wet, and they can't regulate their body temperature as well as we can, they can get really cold really fast. So I like dry him off and put clothes on him pretty quickly, but his little hands and feet still get pretty cold. So I do like the hood towels. It's also easier to hold on to them. And most of the time they are adorable. And you can obviously pass those on. All the ones we have are secondhand from his cousin. Baby baths. Yet again, Casey, why can't you just put them in the sink? You 100% can. Babies can get really slippery, really slippery. We bathed him in like the bucket that we got from the hospital one time when we were on vacation, and it was really hard. He was really slippery. So we were gifted 2 of them. And because of like the way our sinks and our bathtubs are in our house, we use this like bigger one that's a whole tub all on its own. And it's got like little foam pads. It's got an infant side, and then it also has a toddler side, and we love it. And they are super easy to get secondhand. You do not need to buy a bathtub new. Now with the baby bath, obviously you can have like all these baby soaps and all these special baby washes, and we were given just a ton without even registering for any. So I actually like have been re-gifting some of ours because we just have so many. And because that stuff lasts like an eternity, we only give them a bath like once a week. You don't need like a ton. If you want to register for like one baby bath thing, fine, cool. Or one baby bath soap thing, fine, cool. But you don't need like a ton of that stuff. Now in terms of like the safety kits, I had registered for like a baby safety kit because I was like, I have no idea how to take care of a baby. However, we didn't get one because we were like, well, we'll get stuff as we need it. The only things that we have used are a thermometer, the bulb syringe, which we were given by the hospital, so you don't need to buy another one, and baby nail clippers. That's it. So I don't even know what comes in the rest of those kits. For sure, safety. Get it if you want it, for sure. But I'm telling you, these are the things that we've used. The bulb syringe to get stuff out of his nose and to get stuff out of his mouth. I don't have a nose Frida. I'm thinking about getting one. If you have one, tell me about it in the comments, because I like understand it. It still grosses me out, and it just seems like a real specialty specific item that I'm like, why can't I just use a bulb syringe? The baby nail clippers. Their nails get so sharp and they grow so fast, and they scratch the crap out of not only themselves, but you. So I got a pair of baby nail clippers like week 1. We left the hospital because I couldn't use a nail file. It just didn't work. Their nails are so soft. I just got mine at Kroger for like $2, and they clip his little nails because that's how I clip my nails. I don't use a nail file, I just use nail clippers. I have pinched him 1 time. I felt horrible about it. And yes, it's traumatic, but everybody got over it. Either way, you need something to clip your baby's nails because they get absolutely insane, and then they end up hurting themselves and you, and that's just not great. I've seen those. I've tried one of those little like Dremel things. My neighbor let me borrow one the other day. I had a tough time with it, but it is definitely an option. I have the baby nail clippers. I just think they're easier. Oh my gosh, my next one is my favorite. A baby stroller fan. This thing, I kind of just added to the registry as an afterthought. It was given to us, thank God, at our shower. I use it every day, and here's why. Obviously, I also use it on the stroller when we're out on walks or whatever. I use it to keep away bugs. When he's like sitting outside in his bouncer on our back patio. We use it in the car. We attach it to the back of the car seat if it's like been particularly hot outside and we want air to be flowing on him before the air conditioner really kicks on. All the time. We use it all the time. It's in my diaper bag at all times. Now, if you're having a baby in the middle of the winter, do you need it immediately? No. Are they very expensive? No. Can you just go get one next summer? Sure. But let me tell you, it's great for postpartum care just as much as it's great for your baby. Highly recommend, especially if you live in the South and especially if you're having a baby that's gonna be a baby during the summer. Stroller car seat combos. Oh man, these things get absolutely absurdly expensive. Just insane. And we have one that is not the cheapest thing that you could buy, but we registered for it. Both of our parents put in for it and we freaking love it. So here's the deal. For versatility's sake, we went with a stroller car seat combo where the car seat pops into this stroller. You can put it forward facing, you can put it backward facing. Great. The car seat is lovely, it's sleek, it's safe. The stroller part, super easy to pull out of my trunk and pop up. It's small because a lot of places are now having stroller size restrictions because people are bringing these massive joggers into places like the aquarium and nobody can walk around them. This one fits into all of those parameters. What I like about it the most, and I haven't even used this feature yet, is that it comes with a toddler insert seat. So as soon as he's outgrown this car seat, we can still use the stroller base as a regular stroller. We went to buy my baby when I was 6 months pregnant and looked at all of the strollers. We had narrowed it down to kind of what we wanted, and we started playing with those to make sure that they were easily put togetherable. Not a word, but whatever. We made sure I could lift it. We made sure I knew how it worked. We made sure Dan knew how it worked. We pushed it around the store a little bit. We compared prices. We compared what the actual material felt like in your hands, because obviously when you look at stuff online, you don't really know how it feels. Most of the brands now have something like this, where like there's one universal base that fits a lot of these car seats, and the stroller bit fits a car seat and a toddler seat. They all have these kind of interchangeable things. At least the middle of the range ones do. If you drive and you plan on driving with your baby on a regular basis, this is the way to go. It's just excellent. And having a good way to move them around when they're little is fantastic, where they're not necessarily attached to you. So it's not the cheapest thing, but hey, if you're setting up your registry, make this a group gift. Diaper bag. Obviously, you can use an old backpack, you can use an old purse. I really wanted to do one of those two things. And when he gets a little older, I might. Like when we have bigger clothes or bigger food bottles and things like that, I have a backpack that I can use. But I did register for a small diaper bag. It's not a backpack. It can operate as a backpack if I wanted to, but it's mostly looks like a purse. And I'm a big fan of that, mostly because it keeps me from carrying too much extra junk. Before he was born, I had stocked the whole thing with everything that I thought I needed in a diaper bag. I'd gone on YouTube probably and looked at like what goes in a newborn's diaper bag and put all of this junk in there, and I didn't use any of it except diapers, wipes, hand sanitizer, and the Stroller Fan. We obviously now have like an extra set of clothes. We put food in there when we're taking him places, but a small diaper bag keeps me from carrying too much junk. So I highly recommend getting one that you like and one that is like cute that you wouldn't mind carrying around, because at this point it basically operates as my purse. I throw my wallet inside of there, and that's what I take with me when I'm going out with Emmett. Okay, baby books. And you're like, Casey, that is so not necessary. You do not need baby books. That is not very minimalist of you. Here's the thing. Instead of cards for Emmett's shower, we asked for books. That's a pretty popular thing to do nowadays. We had everybody sign them, which is, you know, makes it harder to like donate them or pass them along. But a lot of these I wouldn't really want to. And books you're going to be using for years to come. I'm all about the long haul. If I'm gonna have stuff, I want it to last more than a couple months. And especially with babies, when they grow out of clothes within weeks, anything that I can get that's going to last for a longer time, I'm gonna do. I'm also a big reader, so like books are very sentimental to me. But what I like about books is that already at 3 months old, we were reading to him all the time, and he is such a big talker. He wants to talk to us all the time. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that we talk to him all the time and that we're reading to him a lot. And he loves looking at the pictures. He has no clue what's going on, but it doesn't matter. I've got a mix of board books, and I've also got a mix of like nice books with like dust jackets and stuff. I just know that these books are special. They've been given to us by special people. I'm really excited to share those with him, and he's gonna be able to enjoy them for years. Pack and play. We were given a pack and play, and we've already used it a bunch of times. It's great for travel. You can put an infant in a pack and play. You can use a travel bassinet. I looked into getting one when we were going on our first trip with him when he was really little, but we were like, why don't we just use the pack and play? We've already got it. It was fine. He didn't care how low or how high the walls were. Okay, and this is the final thing. You cannot leave this thing off of your registry. This is the one must-have item on your baby registry for a minimal mom, and that is a postpartum care kit. I don't care, get a postpartum care kit. You need a peri bottle, because the one the hospital gives you is trash, and that's the one I used, and I wish I had a nicer one. You need jumbo pads. You need extra hospital disposable underwear. You need witch hazel. I don't care if you do the pads or the spray. I liked the spray better, but that's just me. Hook yourself up. As a person who thought I was totally prepared for postpartum, because I'd done a bunch of yoga, I was doing Kegels, I was doing everything that I was supposed to do, and then all of that went out the window and I was pretty decently injured. The dermaplast that my friend sent me, the extra Freedom Mom disposable underwear, the witch hazel sprays, the stuff that my friends sent me those first couple of weeks was a godsend, and I wish I had just registered for more of it. I needed about 6 weeks worth of like decent sized pads and witch hazel and dermaplast. I wore the disposable underwear for like maybe 3 or 4 weeks. I just changed it every time I showered. You absolutely need it. And all of these things didn't just come from me. I asked other moms on Instagram and other moms in my circle and was like, what did you use? What was absolutely a must-have thing? You'll notice I left some pretty like substantial things off of this list. I didn't mention a carrier. I didn't mention bottles or formula, even though I highly recommend getting some backups, even if you plan on breastfeeding, because when I couldn't breastfeed, those little formula bottles that the hospital gave us were a godsend. So thank you for watching my video. It's been months in the making, trying to pare down this list, asking people what they're thinking, and actually putting these items to the test to see if I was still gonna be using them months after the baby was born. And I am. Tried and tested by a current new mom. Good luck, have fun. Having a baby is crazy. And if you're buying for someone having a baby, don't send them junk, send them some of these things. All right, y'all, see you next time.